This is the Come Up Show that feel good music lives, real, recognize real. Every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. on 94.9 CHRWs, and also every Monday night, midnight to 2 a.m. on 94.9 thecomeupshow.com. If you're in London, Ontario, you can also watch on the TV, Rogers Digital Cable Channel 943. And if you're on the net, thecomeupshow.com. Let's get straight into the show today. We're going to 8 p.m. We got two guests coming in. In the first hour, his childhood was always consisted of music. His father was a piano player, and he always knew music would be a part of his life. He's now working on an EP set to release 2010. It's called Way Past Love. Please introduce yourself, man.
What's going on, world? It's Ron Diaz, Ron D for a lot of people that know me now. But what's going on?
I'm alright, man. How you doing?
I'm good. London.
Yes, sir. I gotta say, this is a hip-hop radio show, you know, and I gotta congratulate you for being on time and early.
Yeah, I tried.
You know what I mean? I don't take the little things for granted, and you know, you're on the few of the list of people who have actually been here early and sitting down and waiting on the couch. So that's a big thing for you. Big ups to you for doing that. And big ups.
I had a real good driver. Just let's say that.
Okay. So one of my favorite rappers from Toronto to come out is his name's Blake Carrington, and he had an influence on you when you were first started to spit, man. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah, I met Blake in college. I was just rapping, and I happened to see him in the studio bouncing his head to a beat, and then I came in, and then we just started vibing. I rapped to him. He's like, "Oh man, you got a little bit of flow," and then we started just chilling every day in the studio, and then after it was like two other people, which was Wolf J and Brother Akil, and then all of a sudden we are a group. You know what I mean? Everyone's style was different. Everyone was doing something different, and just song after song after song, just we just evolved. But yeah, Blake's been a big inspiration, I'd say, in my life. Yeah, for sure.
So for the people who don't know, because this song we played a lot, it's called Foreplay, featuring Kim Davis, Daniel Daly, and L. It's also played a lot in London, Ontario, all over. So I'm going to play this joint right now so they get familiar, because they know this song. If you're from London, you like hip-hop music, you know this song. Why don't you tell me about the song right here, right now, man?
This song was actually put together last year. I was working on a project with the producer in 1985, and basically we were trying to get artists together on each song, different artists on his beats, and just create songs. Like, we write the songs, you just have to go in there and do it. So that's how Foreplay came around, because I like the beat, so I just picked that song and
boom, and here it is right here, the Come Up Show.
Yeah.
This is the Come Up Show that feel good music lives, real, recognize real. That was Ron D, Kim Davis, Daniel Daly, and L. Foreplay. How big was that song for you, man?
That song was probably one of the most played last summer, along with the list. Like, a lot of radio stations were playing that, and I didn't know until I seen SoCan. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
okay.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know how much you were playing?
No,
getting?
I had no idea. I really wasn't planning to. I just put it out and it blew.
Yeah,
it blew more than I thought it would.
Yeah, and probably you have a lot of teed out talent in that song.
Yeah, that's probably what I was going for. So yeah.
No, congratulations on that. And I think that's when a lot of people probably start knowing about you.
For sure.
On you know what I mean?
On a different scale.
Yeah, for sure. So talking about Toronto, man, the next song we're about to play is you and Blake Carrington called Toronto.
Oh yeah, that's the first song I ever put out.
Yeah.
That song has a lot of meaning to it because, well, me and Blake, that's the first song we did together. And then, we made the beat over again, and it just came down to, like, I'm putting the song out. You know what I mean? Even though we recorded a long time ago, I just put it out. And then the video.
I was talking to another, I think, Toronto artist. I forgot who it was. But when do you think when did it come? When people are proud to be from Toronto now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You notice the Blue Jays hats all over the city. People rep the city very proud.
Yeah.
When do you think that transition happened? Do you think before that people were hating on Toronto? Not hating on themselves, but like they weren't proud of the Toronto and they were looking outside of Toronto for something else?
I mean, no. I feel there was always love in the city, always. But there's always going to be haters, right? A lot of people won't support their own. But I feel that Toronto we were growing, and we seen the talent, and then we seen Drake, and then we seen other people blow. So we seen the Melanie Fiona. And when I released that video, I couldn't really take credit for people, you know, after that saying, yeah, let's rep Toronto. Nah, I think they were repping it. It just got more fierce. People started paying attention more. You know what I'm saying?
And you're saying that in terms of the music, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not just me, but a lot of good artists in the city, you know.
Outside of music, was there always that, say, people who, like, not even not talking about Toronto hip-hop, in terms of being a resident of Toronto, Ontario, do you think that feeling was always there where people were proud of the city?
Well, I don't think not at first, you know what I mean? Even like The Game, when I was watching the interview with him, he's like, he don't respect nobody from Toronto, but as soon as he seen what Drake could do now, he's like, okay, you know, I'm feeling this, so I wonder what's out from the city. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. It's just not him. I feel labels feel that way. A lot of heat's on Toronto now, just because of one man.
I noticed that too. What I noticed now is that when people are mentioning the big cities in songs or whatever, they say LA, New York, Toronto, and I'm hearing and almost everything when people are mentioning the big cities, Toronto is always there now.
But like, see, it wasn't. We really were the come up city. Like it's the true one. Like we didn't hear Toronto for a while, and then T-Pain started saying it. And then you start hearing songs, and then you'd be like, okay. Why are they saying it? It's weird, but at the same time, it's good, and it worked out. You know,
it's good for everybody.
It's good for everyone.
It's good for the people who make music. It's good for the businesses in Toronto.
Oh, for sure.
It's good for the tourism industry in Toronto.
It just works everywhere. Yeah, it's great.
So let's get into the song right here. Blake Carrington and Ron D called Toronto. When was this video shot? Because it's a dope video. It looks very old school too. Like very old.
We meant to do that. That was shot in 2008 when we released the track. It was around the same time it got shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Strikes who shot it.
Okay. This is the Come Up Show where that feel good music lives. Real, recognized, real. Ron D and Blake Carrington called Toronto. There's a video for this, and go check it out on YouTube. Where can people check that out?
Ron D STV YouTube. That's my channel.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wasn't born in Toronto, still respected like my hometown. So throw your hands up and don't bring them down. Set it off, get my wage up on my own. Cause Toronto's what I think about when I think of home. See, I love to kick it, spin up.